Many of the young crows whom has hatched, both this year and last year, seeks out Claus, the crowman, to get a few bites of food. Many of them also likes to just hang out and are often seen following him around. A few of the more cheeky and daring crows have bitten a hole in the inside of Claus's bag, where he also hides his slightly more interesting snacks. He usually feeds with cat food, dog food, raw peanuts in shells, and a few daily eggs. But if the youngest are to learn tricks, he often uses pieces of sausage or cheese. Crows should not be fed this as a daily diet, but many of them live off the leftovers found at the local hot dog carts and stalls in the area, so he estimates that in small amounts from time to time, it hardly does any more harm than otherwise. While Claus is momentarily inattentive and looking the other way, one of the daring crows fishes a piece of cheese out of a hole they have bitten in the side of the bag. It will turn out later that day that it is only the beginning, as a couple of the crows have a cunning plan to distract Claus so that they can steal both sausages and more cheese. But until then, of course, they behave completely normally and pick up cat food and dog food as usual. It's this kind of behavior that makes crows so much fun to spend time with. They are so cunning and both tease and trick you if they can get away with it. One of the funnier observations is their ability to imitate other crows. At one point there lived a crow with a previously broken wing that hung down a little. This could be imitated by others in order to trick Claus into thinking it was the crow in question who came walking. And then one of the thieves appeared. While one of the crows is fiddling with Claus's shoulders and neck, he turns his head. And just then its co-conspirator is landing next to the bag. It messes around a bit among the cat food so that the hole in the side wall of the bag comes into view, and it can then steal a large piece of cheese. Claus has not yet discovered that there is also a huge hole inside the bag itself which gives access to the secret snack compartment. The funny thing is that the crows know very well that they are not allowed to steal the extra good snacks, because as soon as Claus looks in their direction again, they only pick up the snacks they are allowed to take. This autumn and winter, Claus is trying to tame several of the younger ones. He misses his crows Blackie, Skull and Juske, all three of whom died within a year. They were old crows, and the first Claus got to know. He hopes that some from the younger generation can become just as tame over time. The two thieves are a couple of those Claus wants to tame. Here one is caught on camera while fishing a whole sausage out of the bag. Cheeky as it is, it sits nicely and looks around. It seems a little nervously like it gathers courage. And when it sees Claus talking to one of the other crows, it is quick to grab the sausage and fly away with it. On this day, Claus tries to make them comfortable with his arms and shoulders. His goal is that if they dare to land on his arm, he might be able to just hold it out when they come flying. He hopes they will feel safe enough to land on his arm. In an attempt to achieve this dream, he tries the slightly better snacks to let them know that if you land here, there may be something extra good in store. One of the slightly more greedy crows will just try to get an extra peanut or two stuffed into his beak. Sometimes you can be completely surprised by how much even a small crow can hide in its beak. As soon as the beak is full, the little crow rushes away. Either it hides its snacks in a secret stash and hopes none of the others discover it, or it flies home to its mate and baby crows, if it has any. Sometimes the other crows may attack their friends or crows from another flock in an attempt to scare them into dropping their snacks. They can also follow a crow and wait for it to hide some snacks somewhere and then sneak up and steal it when no one is looking. This little crow friend is one of the baby crows from this year. It is somewhat braver than the others. It has picked out a piece of sausage that was left over from today's training, and it carefully climbs onto Claus's shoulder, with just one foot so that it can reach the piece of sausage and maybe other good snacks if there are more left. It is no more than just running away with its snacks before the next crow approaches to land. It has noticed the sausage pieces and hopes to find more of these snacks. Unfortunately for him, someone else is already jumping over to look for treats. Before they get all the treats, their friends suddenly start cawing loudly, and shortly after, all the crows take off and fly high into the air, making loud noises. Up in the sky, they meet up with many other crows. At first there was a few, and a couple of minutes later hundreds until everyone had arrived, and then there were thousands who were getting ready to sleep together in the trees. From October until April, the crows from up to 12 kilometers away will join in giant flocks to sleep together and share information about good places to seek for food. Thanks for watching. There will soon be more crow videos with footage from Claus aka the Crowman and his experiences and fun with his local flock of crows. See you soon.